Conduct competency assessment. Establish the context and purpose of assessment. The assessor must familiarize self with qualifications or unit of competencies to be assessed. Ensure that the assessment site complies with the relevant occupational health and safety requirements. Ensure that the assessment resources are available. The assessor must ensure that the tools, equipment, and facilities are ready and available in the assessment site before the assessment starts. A checklist of tools, equipment, and facilities must be on hand to help the assessor monitor the availability and completeness of the tools, equipment, and facilities. The checklist of tools, equipment, and facilities are included in the assessor's guide. Plan and prepare the evidence gathering process. The assessor shall receive assessment package composed of the following: 1 copy of assessor's guide, specific instructions to the candidate, competency assessment results summary, written report, written tests, assessment sheets, and rating sheets. Prepare the candidate. The assessor shall introduce herself. Good morning, everyone. I am Angeline Naipa, and I am your accredited competency assessor for electronic products, assembly, and servicing NC2. Acknowledge the presence of the processing officer, assessment center manager, and the TESDA representative. I would like to acknowledge the presence of Ms. Aslima Pascan, our processing officer, Mr. Aldrin V. Gaid, our assessment center manager, Mr. Regis Seno, our representative from TESDA Provincial Office. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, sir. I guess you are agitated about your presence, but they are here to oversee the conduct of competency assessment and to check if the conduct of assessment is in accordance with prescribed competency assessment methodology and procedures. They are not here to assess you. Check attendance and identify of candidates and collect the admission slip. Before we start, please present to me your admission slips. The assessor must instruct the candidates to sign on the attendance sheets. As I call your name, please acknowledge by raising your hand and sign the attendance sheet. Miss Mary Urain. No. Giselle Misa. Angel Haliasgo. Present to the candidates an accomplished application form with self-assessment guide and explain its significance. I have here with me your accomplished application form and self-assessment guide. This is an indication that you know and can perform all the units of competency enumerated for electronic products, assembly, and servicing NC2. Conduct orientations to the candidates. I would like to welcome everyone to our Center for your assessment for electronic products, assembly, and servicing NC2. The purpose of our assessment is to determine the level of your competency. Qualification and unit of competency to be assessed. Today, I am going to administer competency assessment for electronic products, assembly, and servicing NC2. The qualifications for electronic products, assembly, and servicing NC2 are composed of basic, common, and core competencies. For our core competencies, we have here assembly electronic products, service consumer electronic products and systems, service industrial electronic modules, products, and systems.
Tasks to be performed and evidence to be collected.
The different tasks to be performed for our electronic products assembly and servicing NC2 assessments are the following. Assemble and disassemble of DVD power supply.
Assessment procedure to be undertaken.
To determine your knowledge, skills for electronic products, assembly, and servicing NC2, the assessment method we will use is oral questioning, demonstration, and written tests. These assessment methods can help to measure your underpinning knowledge and skills.
Needs of the candidates to be considered during the assessment.
For your personal needs, the laboratory is located at the end of the hallway, and you can also take your meal at our canteen located at our lobby. However, during the assessment, you are not allowed to leave the premises of the assessment center.
Allowable or reasonable adjustments when applicable.
If you have difficulty in understanding the given instruction, please do not hesitate to inform me because we are willing to translate it for you. Also, during the written examination, if you have dilemma in writing down your answer, don't be shy because we accept your answers verbally.
Do's and don'ts during the assessment.
If you have any concerns, questions, or there is a need to clarify matter concerning the assessment, you may raise your hands because I am more willing to assess you. But once the assessment has started, please refrain from asking questions. It is no longer allowed. In the same token, during the assessment, if you have physical or any form of difficulties, do not hesitate to call my attention so that we can address it immediately.
Rights and appeal system.
In case you have any questions regarding the assessment result, you have the right to appeal. You can submit your appeal to the TESDA Provincial Office where the assessment center and the assessors are accredited.
Issuance of national certificate or certificate of competency.
For the issuance of national certificate, the assessment center manager shall inform you where you can claim your national certificate within 5 working days after the assessment.
Reassessment procedures.
After the assessment and you are found to be not yet competent, don't worry about it because you can be reassessed anytime at your own convenience. In case the reassessment is full qualification, we have to undergo the whole assessment process. If you are found to be competent in some unit of competencies, the assessment shall focus in the unit of competencies where you were found to be not yet competent.
Occupational safety and health requirements.
During the actual assessment, please observe safety as you perform on the different tasks. Make sure to check on your electrical equipment before plugging it. Avoid pulling the cord as you unplug the equipment. Observe proper body mechanics when lifting heavy equipment to avoid back injuries. In case of accident, please call my attention immediately so that we can provide you with first aid and should you need a rise. Our first aid cabinet is located at the right side of the workshop.
Confidentiality of assessment outcomes.
With regards with the results of your assessment, we observe strict confidentiality. This is to ensure your integrity. The results only made available to the authorized personnel and to institution where you had your actual training. In relation to this, the assessment package is kept in a secured place to guarantee the integrity of assessment package. May I ask all the candidates to refrain from giving away any form of information that took place during the assessment process.
Provide each candidate a copy of the specific instructions to the candidate.
If you don't have any questions or clarifications, then I'm going to distribute the specific instructions. Please read them carefully and do not hesitate to ask questions right now. And maybe I will translate it from English to your local dialect. If you need assistance, then I will be more willing to assist you.
Assign a number to the candidates.
I will give you your assigned number. Here's for you, ma'am.
administer the assessment.
Candidate number 1, please go to the assessment room. Candidate number 1, this is our assessment area when you are going to perform the assemble and disassemble of DVD power supply. Using the materials, tools, and equipment, you are required to perform the task within 2 hours. I will be observing you while you are performing the task. After your demonstration, I will ask you some questions related to your demonstration. You can call me anytime when there is a need for me to translate or explain items for clarifications. After the questioning portion, I will give you feedback about your performance. Do you have any questions or clarifications?
Ma'am, I don't have further questions and clarifications.
Provide feedback on the assessment.
Sit down, candidate number 1. How do you feel about the assessment?
Ma'am, I am confident that I was able to perform well during the demonstration, even if I had a hard time with the written test and the oral questioning.
Summarize the performance of the candidate during the whole assessment process.
My observation coincide with your opinion. You are competent in performing the different skills for electronic products assembly and servicing NC2. However, I have noticed that you are not confident in answering the questions during the oral questioning. Nevertheless, you have able to answer all questions correctly and results of the written test show that you are knowledgeable enough about electronic products assembly and servicing NC2. In this manner, I would like to congratulate you for a job well done. I found out that you are already competent. Please sign the competent assessment results summary. For the issuance of national certificate, the AC manager shall inform you where to claim your national certificate after 5 working days. In this regard, I would like to say congratulations.
Recommended feedback for not yet competent.
Sit down. How do you feel about the assessment?
I feel so nervous because I forgot where to place back to original placement of components and DVD power supply, and I almost passed out during the assessment.
Really? In that manner, what will you do if you will ask to demonstrate to assemble and disassemble of DVD power supply again?
I will try my best to control my fears and focus the task being asked.
So, what have you learned from this session?
I have learned that I should review on knowledge and skills for me to become confident, and also I will change my negative attitude towards learning, and I will try to focus and practice.
Miss Misa, you have able to answer some questions from the written test. Actually, you are good at it. However, you have not able to place back the original placement of the components in the DVD power supply. Based on the result of my observation during demonstration, the outcome of the assessment is you are not yet competent. However, you can be reassessed anytime at your own convenience. If you have doubts about the assessment result, you have the right to appeal. You can submit your appeal to the TESDA Provincial Office where the Assessment Center and assessor are accredited. Well, would you please sign the Competency Assessment Result Summary? Do you have any questions, Miss Misa?
No, ma'am, I don't have further questions.
Thank you very much.
Record and report the result. The assessor shall record the assessment outcome. Ensure rating sheets are signed by the candidate after providing feedback. Accomplish the competency assessment result summary. Submit to Assessment Center Manager the assessment reports. The Assessment Center Manager will give the documents to the processing officer. Sign Registry of Workers, Assessed and Certified. Certifying the documents to the TESDA representative and will ask to sign it before passing it together. The representative will then deliver the documents to the designated TESDA office.